Welcome everyone. With St. Patrick's Day close at hand, we thought we'd do something a little bit different over here at Grainfather and talk about the known styles of Ireland. So everyone usually would know the Guinness or Irish Stout, but they're also very well known for two other styles, the Irish Red and also the Export Stout. Let's take a deep dive into each of the three. Back in the Middle Ages, Ireland was renowned for its red ales. Unfortunately, besides the colour and the name, little is known about the recipes of these middle-aged Irish reds. The modern Irish red got revitalised in the 20th century and is really important to Irish brew pubs outside of Ireland, where they needed a red ale that was not brewed in England. The Irish Red is an easy drinking pint and it has really subtle flavours, often just accents of toffee and caramel, really supported by a biscuit backbone. The finish is dry, with often a little bit of a roasty finish, just to entice you into the next sip. Alright, so let's take a taste and talk about the flavours, and we can talk about how we'd convert what we taste into a beer recipe. So already on the nose, we're getting exactly what was in the original description, some light notes of toffee and caramel. In this one I'm getting a little bit of biscuit. Very medium light on the body, just like a really nice silky, and finishes dry with a roasty finish. So to convert that into a recipe, we would use a UK base malt, something like Marisota, Golden Promise, something like that, which has some biscuity notes in the base. And then we might want to supplement that with a small amount of biscuit malt, which will add a little bit of that caramel toffee note, but we'd probably want to add a little bit of caramel 20 or a light to medium caramel or a toffee malt to add those flavors in. Then we use our brewing software to add a little bit of roasted malt, a debittered carafa or something like that to adjust the color into the right range. And we're aiming for about 28 EBC, which gives this sort of beautiful, sort of dark coppery red color. If the beer contains a widget, then you have the choice of whether or not you want to do a hard pour or a soft pour. A soft pour can be done by holding the glass at a 45-degree angle and pouring like you would any other beer. However, if it doesn't contain a widget, then I would recommend the hard pour. The hard pour is when you would open the can, put the glass on top of the can and flip the whole lot over. And what this does is it creates a lot of turbulence in the beer and helps to release that nitrogen so that it can form that fluffy white head. So now we move on to the Irish stouts, the regular stout and the extra stout. Pretty much they are the same base recipe, but we've got a 4% version with the regular stout, and then we've got about an 8% version with the extra stout. The other difference is that the regular stout is served on nitro or beer gas, like the Irish Red, whereas the extra stout tends to be just on carbon dioxide rather than beer gas, but you will get examples out there that are served on beer gas. So both of these styles have diverged from the London Porter, so we can expect the slight characteristics of chocolate and biscuit, a little bit of caramel and toffee notes like the Irish Red, with a dry roasted finish that again is enticing for the next sip. The larger extra version has more alcohol and more body, so you'll get some more sort of sherry notes to that as well as more of a warming effect from the beer itself. So exactly like the overall impression of the beer, we've got a light, easy drinking stout with notes of chocolate. So we want to start with that UK base malt again, your Marisota, your Golden Promise, and we build on that with a little bit of flaked barley, which is really characteristic of Guinness specifically. And we can supplement that and make it have a bit more depth with a little bit of caramel or toffee. And then we're really going to adjust that color with some roasted barley. And I like to sub in there a little bit of a chocolate malt or a dehusked bitter as well. And this just helps to add a little bit of complexity to the roasted finish, just making the overall beer a bit more drinkable. So it is possible to have these great nitrogen beers at home, but you will need a few things. You'll need a stout tap, or you can get a stout tap adapter for your regular faucet. This has a little plate in it which helps to create the turbulence to help release that nitrogen, like what we did with the cans. You'll need separate gas lines, and you'll also need a separate regulator and the beer gas mix canister as well. These range from a 50-50 mix of carbon dioxide and nitrogen to 90% nitrogen, 10% carbon dioxide. I'm currently using a 30% carbon dioxide mix in here, and with that I start off at a PSI of 20 and I work my way up to 40 PSI from there to dial in how it's pouring. So there's our quick review on Irish beers. If there's anything you would like to know more on, or any videos that you would like us to do, please comment in the comments and we'd love to do it. We love doing reviews like this. We love talking about beer, obviously. See you next time.